Hello learners. So after receiving many requests from my students to talk about the latest question paper which is posted in the JNTUK fast updates, I took up last year's paper April 2022 and I'm trying to analyze you the latest model of the question paper with all the four sets. So don't be panic. Well, the task is as simple as such here also. And anyway, what that we discussed in the last question paper, you have to answer any 5 questions, and here what is happening is you are facing one question from each unit. So what the question paper did is like from unit 1, when it talks about unit 1, it talked about the first lesson from textbook Drawer Full of Happiness and the first lesson from non-detail Deliverance. So your whole unit 1 is talking all about Drawer Full of Happiness with a combination of Deliverance. So it's given like you have to answer either 1AB or 2AB. When you look at 2AB also, this question is all about Drawer Full of Happiness, and the second question talks about Deliverance. So it's clear that you have to pick at least one question from unit 1 where you need to study something on Drawer Full of Happiness and Deliverance. Well, that's not at all a tough task. If you are ready with Drawer Full of Happiness and Deliverance, you are ready with the answering technique of unit 1. Let's take a look at unit 2. Now unit 2 is very clear. Second lesson from textbook Nehru's Letter to Indira. Second lesson from non-detail Bosom Friend. So it is also very clear that the 2 lessons from either of these 2 textbooks were picked up, and you have to answer any of these questions. Like you have to prepare for Nehru's Letter and Bosom Friend for sure, because you have to answer any question here. So if you observe 3A, it's like how does a great leader help in concern. So this is Nehru's letter to his daughter Indira, and B talks about Bosom Friend from the non-detail. Even or Pandit Nehru make friends with the sun. It's all about Nehru's letter to Indira, and B talks about Bosom Friend. That means to attempt a question from unit 2, you need to read Nehru's letter and Bosom Friend. That means as per the syllabus and as per the rule given, you have to answer any 5 questions by taking up the internal choice in among these lessons. So, in the first unit, you are preparing 2 essays, one for Drawer Full of Happiness, the other one for Deliverance. And in the second unit, you are preparing for 2 essays, Nehru's Letter to Indira and Bosom Friend. When it comes to unit 3, this is all about Hawking. That is Stephen Hawking's 8 life lessons and Shakespeare's sister. Well, the other set of question is also talking about success formula of Stephen Hawking and Shakespeare's sister. That means if you are supposed to answer any question from unit 3, you have to again read 2 essays, Shakespeare's sister and Stephen Hawking. Hope you are getting my point. So in the first unit, you are reading 2 essays, Drawer Full of Happiness, Deliverance. Second unit, you are reading 2 essays, Nehru's Letter, Bosom Friend. Third unit, you are reading 2 essays, Stephen Hawking and Shakespeare's sister. Till here, you are reading 6 essay answers. Only 6 essay answers, which are for 7 marks each. Let's talk about unit 4, which is a bit relaxing unit kind of thing, because here you have a combination of grammar, isn't it? So you have Mathai plus this is damn easiest task wherein we have this task in our first lesson, arranging the jumbled words into a proper sentence. See, before check the, you go out weather. So we can answer this like check the weather before you go out. So you have to put this jumbled. Please, all the slow learners, I request you to please analyze this set of words and you can put them in proper sets or sentences wherein you can get full marks, 7 out of 7, because here it is a grammar topic which is touched by the paper. And it's a combination of Mathai. When you look at the other set here, It's again the green belt movement and paragraph writing. So unit 4 is something relaxed kind of thing, wherein here you are reading only one essay answer, that is Mathai, and the other is a general question. Either you have to put the jumbled words into a proper sentence, or you are answering a paragraph writing. And the last unit talks about stay hungry, stay foolish, that is Steve Jobs and an email, or it's a combination of again Steve Jobs and a phrasal verb. Now phrasal verbs are something wherein you have to put it in your own sentences. Something like, get along, put up with. Get along means moving with the situations. So despite many difficulties, I got along with the examination schedule. So you can put this phrasal verb in a sentence. Phrasal verbs are given in your textbook, and you can go through them if you require. Or you can pick up the first set of questions, Steve Jobs, stay hungry, stay foolish, and also an email. So what we observed in this set is letter writing is not given, dialogue is not given, poster presentation is not given. So it's like, and it's clear that in the first unit, deliverance, drawer full of happiness is compulsory for you to read. Second unit, bosom friend and Nehru's letter is compulsory for you to read. Third unit, Shakespeare's sister, Stephen Hawking, compulsory you are supposed to read. Fourth lesson, Mathai, compulsory essay you have to read, because the other two are general questions. Fifth unit, you have to go through Steve Jobs, and the other one is a general question. This is in the first set. So let me take you to the other set also, which will help you to understand whether things are going to be the same or not. So here I am making a point clear that you are reading how many essays, I believe. Here it is drawer full of happiness 1, deliverance 2, and Nehru's letter 3, bosom friend 4, and Hawking's 5, Shakespeare's sister 6, Mathai 7, and Steve Jobs 8. So you are reading 8 essay answers, and the other ones are general things. If you are okay with 8 essay answers, you are okay with language exam tomorrow. And I believe still I rise, telephone conversation are left out. Let's take a look at set 2, because till now we analyzed set 1. Now the set 2, this is set 2, it is also talking about, forgotten stash, drawer full of happiness, deliverance. So this is the same. Here drawer full of happiness, Dukhi, deliverance, one and the same. So unit 1 is one and the same. Unit 2 is who inspires you the most in your life, and what are the qualities that he has admire you the most. This is Jawaharlal Nehru's letter, and this is bosom friend, one and the same. This is again letter, the other combination, and this is dear friend, you asked about bosom friend. So you are just explaining this stanza, it's again bosom friend, same. Unit 3 talks about Stephen Hawking. I told you 8 lessons are very important. So 8 lessons plus Shakespeare's sister Virginia Woolf, one and the same. And Hawking's, the other combination, Hawking's and Virginia Woolf, same. Unit 4, I believe it's Mathai and idioms again, also phrasal verbs, 3 idioms and 4 phrasal verbs. And Mathai and essay, here we have an essay talking about the impact of radiation on human body. So essay is like you can happily elaborate an essay, because it's all about radiation. We cannot predict what topic we will get in the question paper. Or you can go with phrasal verbs. So I request all the students to move with phrasal verbs carefully, so that you will have an idea on them. Phrasal verbs is a vast ocean. It's difficult for us to remember them, but still I request you to please browse through them. Unit 5, again Steve Jobs and synonyms here we have. In the first set it is email writing, and here it is correction of following sentences. So again if I talk about the essays that you need to prepare, it's again Steve Jobs and other corrections and general questions. So it's like your analysis, but for sure you must answer all the 5 units. And if I move on to set 3, let me take a look at, fine balancing act, drawer full of happiness, Brahman's life, that is deliverance, and this is the same. Drawer full of happiness and deliverance. So unit 1 is damn clear that you have to read Drawer full of happiness and deliverance. Unit 2 again it is freedom movement, Gandhiji, Nehru, and Hira Bansod, bosom friend. Same, Nehru and bosom friend. So it's crystal clear that you have to read for second unit as Nehru's letter and bosom friend. Unit 3 Hawking and Shakespeare's sister, clear. Unit 4 Mathai and prepositions, Mathai and dialogue. So that's what the unit 4 is, like a combination of Mathai for sure, but the other general questions are like with other things like prepositions, dialogue writing, and paragraph writing, and other things. So unit 4 is a bit easy for you. Unit 5 it's again Steve Jobs and correction of sentences, Steve Jobs and idioms. So you can observe that idioms are taking a major role in your question paper. So I believe that pick up these idioms at least and try to put them in your own words and try to find out the meaning of these. Let's take a look at set 4. Set 4 also talks about AB, drawer full of happiness and deliverance, and drawer full of happiness, deliverance. Unit 2 is again great drama. It's Jawaharlal Nehru's letter, and this is talking about to explain the stanza. So take a look at the poem once, which gives you clear explanation, and it's again the same thing. Unit 3 talks about Hawking and Shakespeare's sister. It's again the same. Set 4 Mathai and antonyms. In the previous set it is synonyms. So the other set talks about Mathai and direct indirect speech, degrees of comparison, and next one talks about stay hungry and stay foolish plus paragraph writing. So here it's a vice versa, and it's letter here. So in the last set we have got letter. That means, see, I request the students not to get panic, because there's nothing for you to worry. I again and again trying to tell you, please read essays like Drawer Full of Happiness, Deliverance, which helps you to get through your unit 1, and Nehru's letter, bosom friend, to answer unit 2, Shakespeare's sister, Stephen Hawking's, to answer unit 3, Mathai, and leave the rest of the other part, because those are all general questions and we don't know what is question we are going to get in each set, because in one it is prepositions, one it is paragraph, one it is dialogue, and one it is essay writing. So, and unit 5 stay hungry, stay foolish, with again a combination of what I say, idioms and phrases, phrasal verbs and other things. So don't get panic. If you are okay with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 essay answers, which is not at all a tough task, because whenever I talk about an essay, it's damn clear that how you have to present. Presentation is very important. Okay, good luck.